What's up, everybody? We're back doing the one arm dumbbell row. We're going to use a support, either a bench, use a dumbbell rack if you need. We're going to have one arm out in front of us, and I want both legs back here. So I'm going to have Darius get down in position. And I'm looking at a few things here. One is I want us on our toes, so I actually want your feet farther back and heels up in the sky. One, that's going to put a little more tension on our knees here. Think about like you're pushing your car. If you're a rugby player, you're rucking, stuff like that. Another thing I'm looking at is our hip level and shoulder level. So as we grab the weight, we're gonna do warm-up sets, 2 sets of 10. I'm watching to make sure our hips stay level and our shoulder's not coming too far up or too far down. We're thinking about driving that elbow back into the hip as we pull and then pushing it down to the ground. Today's our dynamic effort day. So once we get our weight on, after our warm-up sets, we're gonna do 6 by 3. And I want a fast eccentric where we're pushing it to the ground and a fast concentric where we're ripping it back up. We're gonna go 2 sets of 10 here at a lighter weight to build volume and get everything warm. And then we'll start doing that same thing we did over there where we do triples. We'll do 1 breath per side on this one and build up 6 sets there. If you need to go up and weight on the second set of 10, you can, but you don't have to. Good, make sure you go all the way down, extend the arm. On the way down, I think about pushing the elbow forward and then pulling it back towards the hip on the way up. Really take advantage of these first 2 warm-up sets to get a full stretch and a full squeeze on the muscle, so that when we get to higher weights, it's fully ready to work and we get the most out of it. This one-arm dumbbell row is a good anti-rotation exercise since we have to keep the core stable while this weight's trying to pull us over. So now we'll get our weight for the first set of 3, whatever you think that would be. We'll start with good. Now remember here, we're gonna start our first set of 3. We're gonna go 1 breath per side on this. Consecutive reps, no sticking points. We're gonna rip this weight up as fast as we can. I also want us to push it down as fast as we can. 3 reps per side. Good, drive that elbow to the hip. Good. Good. Now I think we're gonna stay here for at least another set. What we saw was the shoulder was coming up a little bit. That just tells me this is a good enough weight where we have to try to manipulate the body to get over it, right? We're gonna go 5 more sets here. Now, like I said, if you chose a weight that might be lighter on your first set, we can keep moving up as long as you stick to the rules. But because we think this is a good weight for now, we'll stay here so we get a good handle on it. These 3 rules allow us to build volume without building too much stress. So especially when I'm programming someone online, I use this to kind of mitigate how much they load, because usually they're going to load themselves a little bit higher than I'd like. But with these rules in place, I can keep up in the volume and trust that they're going to be okay as long as they stick to these rules. So we'll go ahead and get to the next set. Again, 3 reps each side, 1 breath per side so you can get your breath in between. And we're ripping off the ground and punching towards the ground. Elbow to hip, and then elbow forward. Good, notice how the hips are staying still, not opening up. Nice square stance, big breath each side. Good, much better job this time, keeping the shoulder down, the elbow back. And we'll stay there again, I think. How's that feeling? Pretty good. Now, for some of us, our lats might be a lot stronger than our grip. Some people are in the camp of not using straps and just wait until their forearms get strong enough. If you need to though, you can put straps on this so you get a little bit more out of the lats. For the sake of today, this is 3rd upper body day in a row. We're gonna keep it without straps so that that grip will act as a governor so we don't overload too much. We'll go back in here, set number 3. Nice, good set. Notice how the hips are staying square. After this, I'll show you what I mean by what happens when they open up. But he's doing a great job here, keeping everything square and then just letting the arm work. Nice. And we'll rest. A lot of times, if, for example, one of my young guys is loading things too heavy, they'll come here, And instead of keeping everything square and just keeping everything tight and rolling the elbow back, they start to open up and make up for that hip stability that they don't have, right? So this is a lot easier than me staying square and having to resist that rotation. As I pull up, it wants to pull me into the ground, right? So they compensate by opening everything up. I'd rather work on staying stable. And Darius is doing a great job of that. And we'll get back into that, set number 4. Same weight again, it's moving well. And we're just building volume now. So we don't really have to add a bunch of weight here. I just like the technique is there and the speed is there. And he's only going 20-second rest period, so it's impressive. Nice, shoulder stays down, open up a little bit there, it's getting heavy, nice. Good. And now we're in the 4th set now, so if the weight is starting to get a little heavy, we can start to play at the rest period. If we're at 20 seconds, I like to bump up to 30, 40 on the top end. If we're good there, that helps us get the weight faster, we'll stay at that weight. If we add the rest and we still can't get the weight faster, we drop weight back down. Remember, dynamic effort today, so it's all about speed, that's why we're ripping it up and pushing it down. Fast concentric and fast eccentric. Nice. Good. Again, hips are staying stable, shoulders staying closed. We're gonna get a big rest on this last one, and then we'll move on to the rest of our accessories. If you guys have any questions about this lift today, go ahead and leave them in the comments, or hit us up on Instagram at Ironworks Performance. We're gonna be doing a new phase next week, so we're gonna be getting into a little bit different stuff each week. Trying to get Darius to what, like a 600-pound deadlift. Pretty cool, maybe 400, 500-pound bench. And we'll be talking about what the steps we're gonna take to get there, what the programming looks like, physiology going on. And like I said, all that mobility, all that extra stuff will be down on our Patreon below. Let's go ahead and get into our last set. We got almost a full minute rest here, so this should move pretty quick. Good, keep everything still, ripping and pushing. Nice, we opened up a little bit there, fatigue setting in. Stay stiff on this one, let's move as fast as we can. Bam, nice, good job. All right, that's it for 1-arm dumbbell row. We're gonna go on to the accessories. I don't remember what they are, but we'll check the program and then we'll kind of blast through it there. These angles are incredible. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I had the instability push-ups. I kind of feel it like in my wrist.
I think you have weak wrist, but we'll address that.
That sounds right.
Chicken tenders or steak?
Chicken tenders.
What the fuck?
Chicken tenders. 100%. 100%.
Chicken tenders or steak?
Steak.
That was like a parody question. I didn't
Nah,
even...
you can do way more with chicken tenders.
No, hear me out. Chicken fried steak.
Okay, but,
Chicken fried steak tenders.
but you can technically count wings as tenders too. They're just smaller.
Tenders don't have bones though. Yeah.
Yeah, boneless wings.
So it's not a wing, it's a chicken nugget.
Okay, so chicken nugget, chicken tender.
Different.
You still eat them.
Breading is different. The breading is different.
Breading is not different.
Yes, it is.
No, you can still make chicken tenders.
Chicken tender breading is thinner. Chicken nugget, boneless wings are thicker.
You can make them the same way.
No.
Yes, you can.
One's long, one's short.
Okay, take your long one, cut it in half. That's a nugget.
Okay,
You just
you're
turn the chicken tender into a nugget.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
you're gonna double bread it though, because you have that thicker bread on it.
You have to get
Steak's still better.
No.
How do you win?
Think about cost efficiency.
Oh wait, let's go over this. You said chicken tenders over steak.
Yeah.
Extend. And then keep them up. So it doesn't get up. There you go. And then one more step out. There you go. Elbow stack. There you go. Because we want this elbow above the shoulder so it's lengthened.
Okay.